Hello everybody, my name is Lorraine. I'm from Canada. I have a verbling class for you today at the beginner level. This class is called Murphy's Law, and in English we have Murphy's Law to describe all of those things that could go wrong that do go wrong. So if you drop your toast on the floor, of course it's going to be butter side down or peanut butter side down, getting your floor all dirty. And this is Murphy's Law, of course. It can never be the other way. In this class, we'll be studying the grammar point of the first conditional. So that's our lesson for today. So if you'd like to join me, please do. Click the join button and we can get started with our material. I'm just waiting for people to join me here in the class. I'll greet you as you come in. Okay, we have Trang. Hi, Trang. How are you?
Hi, teacher. I'm fine. And you?
Good. I'm very good, thank you. Welcome to the class. Christian. Hello.
Hi, hello.
Is this Christian?
Is the name of my boy.
Okay, so what's your name?
Sorry?
What is your name?
Rossella.
Rosella?
Yeah.
And where are you from, Rosella?
I'm Italian. I'm from Verona.
Oh, very good. Welcome to the class.
Thank you.
Alejandro, hi.
Hello, teacher.
How are you doing today?
I'm fine.
Good. Did you do anything special on the weekend?
No, I always do the same things.
Okay, that's fine. What did you do on the weekend?
I was cooking.
Ah, very nice.
I went to the gym. I went to the beach. I was read magazines. Yeah.
Well, that sounds like a wonderful weekend. Sounds good. Thank you. Andres, hi. How are you doing today?
I'm fine. And you?
I'm very good, thank you. And what did you do special this weekend? Anything?
Yesterday I went to go. I went to see the Cop Rogers play tennis.
Oh yeah. Very good. Did it rain?
Before it was raining, but after it's not raining.
Okay, I heard that in Burlington it was very rainy, and that's close to Oakville, isn't it?
There was flood.
Yeah, flooding.
Flooding.
Yeah, lots of flooding.
Flooding.
Very unusual. Okay, so we're going to get started with our material for today. I have posted the worksheet in Verbling chat, and also it's now in Google Chat. You might want to download it so you can follow along, although I will also have a screen share of a PowerPoint with the same material. So you should see a green screen that says Murphy's Law. If you can't see it, let me know. Okay, good. All right, so what can go wrong will. This is Murphy's Law. Trang, Can you read what is on the little cartoon? Can you read that?
Okay. Close Center for the Study of Martial Law.
Mm-hmm.
Closed today because everything that could go wrong did go wrong.
Okay, so that's a good example of Murphy's Law. Everything that could go wrong did go wrong. So have any of you ever had days like these? So these are where you're doing something, and if something could happen or could go wrong, of course it did. So what went wrong for this first guy? Alejandro?
Um,
What was he doing?
um, uh, the picture
Mm-hmm.
on the
What do you think he was doing?
he was hung. Uh,
What is this?
this is
Okay.
a lamp.
Yes, it's a light bulb. It's a light bulb, and most likely he was trying to change the light bulb. But what happened? What happened?
He's dead.
No, he had a ladder. He climbed the ladder to get to the light bulb. What happened to the ladder?
The ladder is down.
Yeah, the ladder fell over. So when you go to change a light bulb, the ladder will collapse underneath you, or the ladder will fall down and you'll be left hanging. So that's what this picture is saying. Andres, what's happening in the next picture?
The next picture, the brink arrive. He will fall.
Yeah, because he's walking on a tightrope over a river. And the pole, what is the pole there for? Why do men carry a pole when they are walking on a tightrope? What does this do?
I don't know the name.
Okay.
I don't know what is.
Yeah, can anybody tell me why do they carry a pole?
Balance.
Balance, yeah, exactly.
Okay.
It's for balance. And what's going to happen when the bird lands on the pole? He's going to lose his balance because the bird is going to make one side of the pole heavier. So what this picture is saying, when you think you have everything in balance, something will come along to knock you off your balance. So before we read the article about Murphy's Law, let's do some vocabulary work and match the words on the left with their definitions on the right. So, oh, we have somebody new in the class. Joanna, hi, welcome. Joanna, can you say hi?
Hi. Hello.
Hi, welcome to the class.
Thank you.
Okay, so can you tell me what the definition is for this first word? Say the word and tell me the definition.
Okay. The first word is words.
Mm-hmm.
The definition is B, most bad.
Yes, most bad. Good. Okay, and Rosella, number 2.
Carpet.
Mhm.
Mm, a type of floor covering.
Very good, yes. Andres, the next word.
Um, uh, experiment.
Experiments.
Experiments. A
Mhm.
test done to learn something about something.
Good. All right. Alejandro, the next one.
And desert.
Mhm.
A large dry area with few plants and little rain.
Very good. Trang, number 5.
For um for uh ice ice something wrong or not cooking.
Exactly. Very good. Joanna, number 6.
Unwritten law. C.
Mhm.
A rule that doesn't exist officially, but the people obey it.
Good. Yes. And Rosella.
Uh, leisure.
Mhm.
A time for relaxing.
Good. The nice, easy one. Okay. Are there any questions about these? All right. So you're going to read a short article about Murphy's Law, which is a law about mistakes people make and the things that can go wrong in a situation. Okay, so let's get Andres to start. Read the title and paragraph 1.
Okay. If something can you guarantee will, maybe you have heard the English expression, if something can go wrong, it will. In real life, we see Murphy's law every day. If something can go wrong, it will go wrong and also at the worst possible time.
Very good, thank you. Alejandro, continue.
Yes. If you lose your keys, you will lose them when there is nobody at home to let you in. If you drop your toast on the floor, it will land with the butter or the jam, or both, fast facing towards your expensive rare Turkish carpet.
Very good, yes. Excellent. Are there any words in those 2 paragraphs that you don't understand? Anyone? Do you have a question? Okay, we'll continue. Trang,
Yeah.
the next paragraph, please.
Um, so who were Murphys? In the 1940s, the American military did some experiments in the Californian desert. They had some problem due to a tiny electrical fault, which was caused by an electrician who made a small mistake with some wires.
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 Good.
Great.
And this word here, this is electrician. Repeat, please.
Electricians.
Good. Electrician. Excellent. Okay, thank you. Joanna, the next paragraph.
The hostess was ruined, and one of the group members, Edward Murphy, said, "If something can go wrong in a test, it probably will." It was later used by the military to be more careful when doing this type of test, but it's become a very popular written law in many areas of work and leisure.
Okay, good. I'll come back to this word here. This is ruined. Ruined.
Ruin.
Yes. And this means it was destroyed. It was ruined.
Okay.
The same thing. Good. All right. Rosella.
The next time you break something, remember Murphy. If you break something that it's yours, it will be something you need of next day. If you break something that it isn't yours, the person will enter the room 3 minutes later.
Okay, good. Thank you. Okay, so at this point, you will probably need the worksheet so you can look back in the text to find these answers. Andres, can you tell me, when was Murphy's Law first used?
When I can go ground.
I'm sorry?
When I have a hair, no, when I can have a ground something, I don't know.
Okay, so I asked when it was first used. And in the second paragraph, it says, so who was Murphy? In the 1940s, the American military did some experiments in the Californian desert. So it goes on to tell us that an experiment was ruined. And Edward Murphy said, if something can go wrong, it probably will. So when this first was used is in the 1940s. Okay? In the 1940s. All right. Yes, you have a question?
Yes, the document isn't the same in the right.
It's not the same?
The compressions questions, okay, but the link on the right is another document.
Oh, I just opened it and it was fine. That's weird.
I see Murphy's Law.
Yes, the document should be Murphy's Law, and the reading, Part B, if something can go wrong, it will. That's the document. I just downloaded it. It's from Google Chat.
No, Verbling chat.
Okay, let me check Verbling Chat. Oh, it is also Murphy's Law. Maybe try.
This document in the first page has the text about Murphy Law.
It has the text, yes. I'm confused.
Is it the same text?
It is the same text.
Okay.
In Murphy's Law, question B, Part B, that text. So the second paragraph, it starts with, who is Murphy? It is the same as we read.
It's my first class. Okay.
That's okay, no problem, no problem.
Thank you.
All right, so it's, whose turn is it? I lost my, that was Andres. So Trang?
Yes.
Number 2, what was Murphy's job?
The Murphy electrician.
An electrician?
Yes.
Okay. I don't think Murphy was the electrician. There was an electrician. So I think
It's an experiment.
Yeah, he was involved in the experiment. But
Yes.
he wasn't the electrician. Yeah, so he was a member of the American military, according to the article. All right. Alejandro, number 3. What was the problem with the experiment?
Okay, the problem. It became a very popular and writing law.
That wasn't the problem. We're talking about when Murphy's Law was first used. There was an experiment and something happened that ruined the experiment. What was it? What was it?
The person will enter the room 3 minutes later.
No, you're misunderstanding the question.
No.
Can anyone help him? What was the problem?
The point is the electrical fault.
Yes, exactly.
Because he mistake with some wire.
That's right. So there was some problems with the wires and they had an electrical fault. A tiny electrical fault ruined the experiment. Okay. How is Murphy's Law used today?
Sorry, teacher, but that information,
yes,
I haven't got in my text.
Do you have the worksheet?
Yes.
Okay. So if you look in where it says B, reading, do you see that?
B, reading, yes.
Reading? Okay. In the second paragraph of the text, it says, who was Murphy? You see that?
Okay.
Okay, the next sentence, they had some problems due to a tiny electrical fault, which was caused by an electrician.
I can see it.
Okay, good. Good. Okay. Excellent. Rosella, can you do number 4? How is Murphy's Law used today?
If you drop something that is yours, it will be something you need the next day.
Okay. So
and if you drop something that isn't yours, the person will enter the room 3 minutes later.
those are all really good examples of Murphy's Law. So this is used nowadays to talk about if things can go wrong, they will go wrong. Okay, so Murphy's Law is used to describe how if a thing can go wrong, it will. Okay. Has anybody ever heard of Murphy's Law before? Or is this new?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right. So let's take a look at the grammar of the first conditional. We have an example sentence from the article. Andres, can you read the sentence for me, please?
Look at this one example sentence from the article. If you lose your keys, you will lose them when there is nobody at home to let you in.
Okay, so there are two parts to this sentence. What are they? Trang, what's the first part of this sentence?
Uh, if the first part, if you lost your key,
Right, if you lose your keys. That's the first part of the sentence. Joanna, the second part?
The second part is you will lose them when there is nobody at home to let you in.
Exactly. So which tenses are used in each part of the sentence? So the first part of the sentence, if you lose your keys. Rosella?
Past? No. I don't know.
Okay. Does anybody know?
Present simple.
Yes, present simple. Good. So what is the past of lose? Rosella, do you know?
Future. Simple.
Past. What is the past of lose? Do you know? Lost. Lost.
Lost.
Okay, so lost is the past. So this can't be the past tense because we have lose, which is present tense. So it's present simple. In the second part, Andres?
Is the future.
Okay. Will plus infinitives, the future.
Okay.
Good. So are we talking about the past, the present, or the future in this sentence? If you lose your keys, you will lose them when there is no one home to let you in. Alejandro?
Yes.
Is this the past, the present, or the future we're talking about?
We are talking the present simple. And
In this case, when we're looking at the sentence, has the person actually lost his keys
if
in this sentence?
you lost your keys.
Has he lost his keys or not? We have the word if here.
It's probably. But,
I don't think. I think that the first phrase is a conditional.
You're right. It's the first conditional. So what tense is this? Are we talking about a past activity that's happened, a present activity, or could it be a future activity?
Future.
present.
It's a future.
Future.
It's a possible situation in the future. He hasn't lost his keys. But if he did lose his keys, then it would be when there's nobody to let him in. So we're talking about a possible situation in the future. And this is called the first conditional.
Okay.
Okay. So, Andres, can you read the sentence for me, please?
Present simple inif clause will, can, could, more infinitive in result clause.
Okay, so in this case, we've used will, but you can also use can or could, and it will still be a first conditional if you have present simple in the if clause and an infinitive plus any of these in the result. Are there questions? Take a look at the article on the worksheet and see if you can find any other examples of this if construction from the article. So just take a look and see if you can see other sentences like this. I'll give you a second to look. Okay, Trang,
Yes.
do you see any other sentences like this? Okay, what do you see?
If something can go wrong,
Okay. All right. Joanna, do you see another one?
If you lose your keys, you will lose them when there is nobody at home to let you in.
Okay, I'm sure that's there, but also we have the one about toast. Unfortunately, I have them in a certain order, so, but you are correct. That's good. Rosella, do you see one?
I had a question.
If
What means butter or the jam?
Butter or jam? Butter is what you make from milk. It is an oil, and jam is a sweet spread that you make from fruit. We in North America eat toast with butter and jam.
Okay, I understand.
Okay. All right. Do you know of any other sentences in the text, Rosella?
if you drop something that is yours, it will be something you need the next day.
Okay, good. Andres?
If something can go wrong in a test, it probably no. This is exam. I have another. I
Okay.
will drop something that is not used. The person will enter the room 3 minutes later.
Okay, good. Alejandro, do you see any more? Alejandro?
Yes.
Can you see another one?
Uh,
Maybe there aren't any more. Does anyone see any others that we haven't looked at? I think we've got them all. All right, so we'll go on. Here's an exercise where we'll match the two halves of the conditional sentences to make 8 complete sentences. For instance, number 1, it will start to rain heavily, and so we look to see which of these parts of a sentence will make the most sense. So it will start to rain heavily, and I think it would be if you're waiting for a bus. Let's see if I'm right. Yes. So here you are waiting for a bus, and of course the sky opens up and just pours on you. So, Trang, number
Yes.
2?
Hmm. Use a bus Valerie of Rye with the it will be no no.
Trang, I can't hear you very well. You're not very loud.
Yes, I understand
That's
that, but
better.
I haven't find correct.
Okay.
Mm,
Oops. Lost Joanna. Does anybody see what would match with number 2? If a bus finally arrives.
It will not be the one you want.
That's right, of course. It's not going to be the one you want. It'll be for some other area. Exactly. Joanna, what about number 3?
If you are looking for your new blue sweater, um, um, the electricity will go out the 10 minutes before it begins.
That doesn't quite work because you're looking for your blue sweater.
Okay.
Think about where you keep your sweaters. Can anybody help Joanna in this one?
Number E, your gate will be the first step.
A gate is usually when you're at an airport.
G. It will be in the last drawer.
Yeah, it'll be in the last drawer you open. So
Okay.
you'll open every other drawer, and there's only one drawer left, and of course that's where it's going to be. Good. All right. Rosella?
You will open an email with a virus. If you use your friend's new computer.
Exactly. Oh dear. Good. Andres, number 5.
Number 5, your television computer will work perfectly if you call out a technician to repair it.
Exactly. Can I get everybody to mute your microphones when you're not actually speaking? I'm hearing echoes. Rosella? Do
If
you
you're
know? No. Do you know how? Yeah. Mute your microphone. Thank you. Good. And Trang,
yes.
mute your microphone, please.
Yeah. Okay.
I will mute your microphone. I am getting some echoes in the classroom, so please mute your microphones when you're not talking, so I don't have to hear myself twice. Okay, Alejandro, number 6. Can you read it, please, and match it?
If you organize a large dinner party, the telephone and the doorbell will ring together.
I don't think the telephone and the doorbell will be that much of a problem when you're having a large dinner party, but something else will cause a big problem. There's another answer for this one. What's another possibility? Take a look at letter C.
Your gate will be the farthest away.
Take a look at letter C.
C. The electricity will go out 10 minutes before it begins.
So you have a large dinner party, all the guests sit down to the table, and the lights go off and you can't see your food. Okay. And Trang, number 7, please. Trang, you must unmute your microphone.
Okay.
Okay.
If you get into the bath with a big book and a glass of wine, the telephone and the doorbell will ring together.
Yes, that's so frustrating. Okay, Trang, please mute your microphone again. Okay, thank you. All right, and the last one, Joanna, makes it easy.
Okay, if you are late for your flight, your gate will be the
Furthest.
way.
Okay. And what does it mean to be the furthest away?
I don't know.
Okay, so if you are late for your flight, I don't know if you've ever been in an airport, but there are long hallways where all the planes come up to the hallway, and there are gates to go out to the plane. And your gate will be the one at the very farthest end of the hallway. It'll be way down at the other end, so you have to run. That's always the way. Okay. Are there any questions about these? Okay. Are any of these sentences true for you, or do these kinds of things happen to you? So I want you to think for a moment and then tell me something that's happened to you recently where it's been like a Murphy's Law thing. So, for instance, for me, let's see, what was the last Murphy's Law? Yeah, okay. This weekend, my daughter visited me at the cottage, and every time she comes to the cottage, the day she arrives, it's beautiful weather. And then the very next day when we get up, it rains, and it rains all day. And it rains for the whole weekend that she's here. So it's always the way. It's Murphy's Law. If my daughter comes to the cottage for the weekend, it will rain. Let's see. Trang, what about you? Do you have anything that's happened to you that's like Murphy's Law?
Mhm.
You can use any of the examples that we had about the planes or whatever.
Okay. Do you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Um. About me, my example.
Yes.
Eh, if I don't learn English, I will have a good job.
If I don't learn English,
Yeah. Uh, I will have a good job.
ah, you won't have a good job.
Yeah.
Okay, great, thank you. Joanna?
Mm, I don't have an answer, but I think when I have um, sleep, I can sleep when I have um, I I don't know the words, but I can sleep when I want to sleep.
Okay. So in Verbling chat, maybe if I'm really tired, I will not be able to sleep.
Yes.
Okay, good. Nice attempt. Rosella?
If I wash my dresses and put it out, will rain.
Very good, yes. So if I wash my dresses and hang them on the line to dry, it will rain. Exactly. That's a very good example of Murphy's Law. Good. Andres?
Um, I don't. I if I win a lottery,
Mhm.
I will buy my house.
Okay, that's not a Murphy's Law.
Okay.
That's certainly a good first conditional sentence, but it's like if
Okay.
if I buy a winning lottery ticket, it will be when I wash my clothes and leave the ticket in my pocket.
Okay. Yes, it's very good. It's true.
Okay, so try another one. See if you
Another
can.
one.
Yeah.
If I am interview,
Okay, if I'm
interview,
in an interview.
um, I arrived late because there was traffic. There,
Okay.
I will traffic. I will be traffic.
Okay.
No, I don't.
There will be traffic.
Yeah.
If I. So you could say, if I need to be on time for an interview,
Yes,
there will be a traffic jam.
Yeah.
Yes, good. Yes,
Thank
good
you.
Murphy's Law. Okay, Alejandro.
Yes. Um, uh, when I argue with my family, later I lose my wallet.
Well, what is the connection? What it sounds like is somebody from your family steals your wallet.
Uh, there is bad energy.
Yeah, that's not really a Murphy's Law.
Oh,
Murphy's Law is about if something can if something can go wrong, it will. So it's when you need something to happen a certain way, it almost never does. But what you're talking about is like karma. That's a karma thing.
mhm.
So if you argue with your family, then something bad will happen to you, and that's not quite the same as Murphy's Law.
Oh,
Okay, so when you make a statement about Murphy's Law, it must be in the first conditional. You need to have an if clause and a result clause. So um, here's one that happened to me. If I have an argument with my husband, I will later need to call him up and ask him for a favor. I went to the airport and I forgot my ticket. This was many years ago when you needed to have a ticket. So before I went on my journey, I had an argument with my husband and I was very angry and I stomped out and I wouldn't speak to him. And when I got to the airport, I realized I didn't have my ticket. And I had to call him and say, could you please come and bring
Oh
my
my
ticket? Oh dear, Murphy's Law. So it has to be related. Okay, so if you've got something happening, if you have an argument with your family, then later on you need something from them and you have to say oops. Okay, does anybody else have anything that's happened to them that is kind of Murphy's Law at work? Anyone? Okay, so Joanna, I guess I'll have to pick on people.
Tell me.
Yes, do you have anything else, another example of a first conditional, a Murphy's Law?
Yeah. If you if you has to present homework in the
Mhm.
next day, if you dog eat.
Your dog will eat it. Okay. Have you ever had that experience, Joanna?
No, no.
No. Have you ever had any experience like that? Like not necessarily a dog eating your homework, but when you have had to have homework, you have to turn
Yeah,
it in, and
maybe
then
maybe
something happens.
has don't arrive at time. Maybe I I go later to the university or school when I had to present the work or the homework.
Okay. So you end up going late?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Rosella, what about you? Have you had a Murphy's Law moment in your life? Can you tell us about it?
I I don't know.
I don't know if it's just difficult to describe it, but I have Murphy's Law moments all the time. They're always happening to me. I thought it happens to everybody. Can you think of a time recently when everything that you do or did seemed to go wrong? It just didn't work out the way you wanted it to.
If I go to a marriage, when I eat, I the shirt is when I eat pasta. I put the pasta on the shirt, on the dressing.
Oh, okay, okay. So if you eat pasta, you'll end up splattering yourself with pasta sauce.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. All right. Very good. I think that we'll end it here, and I thank you all for joining me. I hope that you've learned a little bit about the first conditional, and I hope to see you again in another class. Thanks for joining me, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thank you, teacher.